Have you ever felt like you actually died, only to be thrown back into life? That's how it began for me. A long, dark corridor with no end. Suddenly, a door opened. Blinding light. My ears roared. And then, a voice commanded. Start from scratch. Don't waste time. A violent push slammed me back into my body. My chest burned. My eyelids felt like bricks. Sound returned in fragments, like a broken radio. And then, her voice. My wife's. What would you do if the person you loved betrayed you in front of everyone? I wanted to see her, to tell her I was alive. I forced my eyes open, but the room was empty. Machines beeped, tubes dug into my arms. The hallway door was cracked. From there I heard her words. When will I be able to re-register the property? My heart sank. The answer was colder than any machine. He won't survive. She wasn't praying for me to wake up. She was dividing what I owned. Her tone shifted. Sweet, almost playful. I miss you. I can't wait until I don't have to fear his return. A second voice answered softly. A man's voice. And it hit me, she wasn't just waiting for my death. She already had someone else. Imagine this. Would you stay silent, or would you explode? I lay there, dry-mouthed, unable to move, unable to scream. Just trapped, forced to listen as the woman I trusted most planned life without me. Moments later, she tried on her grieving mask. Doctor, tell me, how much longer will he suffer? The doctor's reply was sharp, rehearsed. Believe in the best. We'll inform you of any changes. Her heels clicked as she left, and in the dark, one thought burned inside me. My return wouldn't be her miracle, it would be her curse. The next time I woke, the room was dim. My throat burned, my lips cracked. I tried to speak, but only a rasp came out. A young nurse hurried over, pressing damp cotton to my mouth. I clung to it, desperate for a drop of moisture. You can't drink yet, she whispered. Please, be patient. You're doing well. With everything I had, I forced out words. Call the doctor, now. She ran, returning with a woman in a white coat. Calm, precise, sharp in every movement. Every syllable cost me pain, but I had to say it. Don't tell my wife. I'm awake. Please, I'll pay you. The doctor frowned, then leaned close. Don't worry. Stay quiet. We won't tell her. When they stepped outside, I caught her whisper to the nurse, low and bitter. I wouldn't let such a wife near the hospital gate. She waits for his death to wear the widow's mask. God help him. I'll pray he survives. Her words hit harder than any medicine. For the first time, someone wanted me alive. Days passed. The nurse fed me through the IV, kept me breathing. And that doctor, Dr. Emily Carter, checked on me often. Not just my body, me. Imagine this. Your wife plots your death, while a stranger prays for you to live. Who would you trust with your soul? One evening, Dr. Carter sat beside me, voice steady but softer than before. I can't hide your recovery from her much longer. Tomorrow you'll be moved to the main ward. You'll have to face her. Her words chilled me deeper than any fever. Face Rachel? The woman already burying me in her mind? No, I wasn't her broken husband anymore. I was the man who refused to die. By morning I was moved out of intensive care. Dr. Carter wanted me to stay, to heal, but I couldn't. I signed the discharge papers with trembling hands and called a cab. The house greeted me with silence that felt nothing like home. Dust in the corners, perfume in the air, and under it, the sour stench of beer. Then I saw him. A stranger, half-dressed, standing in my living room like he owned it. He pointed at the fireplace. We'll rip this out and put in a sound system. Am I interrupting? I growled, stepping inside. Rachel spun around, her face drained of color, like she'd seen a ghost. Maybe she thought she had. Michael, how are you? Shut up. You've got 5 minutes to pack.
Security's on the way. If you're still here, they'll drag you out."
She collapsed into tears, clawing for excuses. "Michael, I thought you were gone. I didn't know how to face the grief." Grief? My hospital bed was still warm, and she'd already moved a lover into my house.
"Don't play the widow. Get out. And if you ever try to touch a dime after the divorce, you'll regret it."
The guards arrived fast, hauling her and the stranger through the gate. She cursed and screamed, but I didn't flinch. Love had ended the moment I heard her whisper about my death. As the locks were changed, Dr. Carter's words echoed in my head. "I'll pray he survives." I realized then I hadn't survived for Rachel. I survived for me. Tell me this, would you give her another chance, or slam the door forever? I slammed it shut, hard. The divorce came fast. Rachel arrived in court dressed in black, like a widow robbed of her future, but her eyes gave her away sharp, greedy, already calculating. She demanded half of everything, the house, the accounts, the business assets. She thought she'd walk out rich. Then the lawyers laid the numbers bare. The property she wanted so badly wasn't free and clear. It carried heavy loans, debts I'd taken to build the business. Half of everything meant half of the debt. What would you do sign for a mountain of debt just to keep up appearances or walk away empty? Her mask cracked. For the first time in months, fear flickered across her face. Her hands shook as she signed, pen scratching across the page like nails on glass. In minutes, her demands collapsed. She gave up everything, desperate to escape the burden she never expected. But she couldn't leave quietly. She spat her venom in front of the judge. "You ruined my life, Michael. I hope you rot alone." I didn't answer. There was nothing left to say. Love had died the day she plotted my funeral. I walked out lighter, though scarred. The woman who once shared my bed was now just a shadow in the rear view. Would that break you, sitting across from someone you once adored, hearing them curse your existence, or would it finally set you free? For me, it was freedom. Painful, but freedom all the same. After court, the house felt emptier than ever. No laughter, no warmth, just echoes of betrayal. So I went back to the only place that still felt alive, the hospital. Dr. Emily Carter checked on me more than she needed to. She asked about my appetite, my sleep, my scars. But it wasn't just medical. She listened. She talked about books, about life, about hope. Every word pulled me further from the wreckage Rachel left behind. One evening, I brought a bouquet. My palms were sweaty, heart racing like I was a kid again. I didn't know if it was gratitude or something more. She finished a long surgery, collapsed into the chair next to me, eyes tired but proud. It was a tough case. But we saved him. Her gaze fell on the flowers. "Are those for me?" I stumbled, words tangled. "Yeah, I wanted to ask you out. If you say no, I'll understand." She smiled, exhausted but genuine. "I'll say yes. My shift ends soon. A walk will do us both good." That night, we walked under the cold sky. For the first time in months, I felt peace. Rachel still tried to claw her way back with calls and messages, but each ring was just another nail in the coffin she built herself. So tell me, was I right to move on, or was I a fool for trusting again? Here's the truth. She didn't lose to me. She lost to herself. Dr. Emily Carter gave me back something Rachel could never fake the will to live. And the cruelest part? She didn't just lose a husband. She lost her soul. If this story made you feel something, leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe.